Hi everybody, this is Laura Kromzak with Laura Kromzak's Plexus page, and it is Video Wednesday. You know what else it is? My kids' first day back to school! Well, most of them at least. 3 of the 4 started school today. I had a little kindergarten tag along. She starts on Friday. And you would think with 75% of my kids starting school today and gone all day long that I would have gotten to this video a little sooner, but nope, it didn't happen that way. And I think we're all just gonna get used to the new schedule. It might take us a little while. Of course, I didn't help myself out much last night because I decided to go to a meeting and we were kind of out late. Me and the girls, we were out late, but we had a good time and I am so glad that I went. I love watching people. I love watching leaders especially. I'd like to watch and see, okay, how are they different? How do they interact with people? What makes them attractive? And I'm not talking about, beautiful. I'm talking about just people want to be around them. And I tell you what, the leader last night is Sonia Dudley. I love watching her videos. She's real personable, but she is fabulous in person. I'm so glad that I was there last night. It was a small group of people, probably 40 in the room, I think. So we kind of had her all to ourselves. And one thing I noticed about her was she uses people's names. Now, she couldn't have known all of us before we walked into that room. I'm sure there were several in there that she did know. But she used their names when she spoke to them. And she wasn't afraid to say, now tell me your name again. But she remembered names. And, that's a characteristic of a leader. And that's something it's like, yeah, I need to be better at that. I want to be better at that. So that's one thing that I am going to be working on. Another thing that I love about her is that she's huggy and she's friendly and, she just want to give you a little rub on the arm and she's fluffy. She's a fluffy person. I am not a fluffy person. I want to be more fluffy, right? You just want just something like that. I don't know. But I'm not a fluffy person. I'm more of the, cheerleader, coach. You can do it. Let's move, I'm not always fluffy. And so that's another thing that I want to work on is remembering people's names and using their names more often and then being a little more fluffy. So that got me to thinking. I shared in my customer group not long ago a video about why our New Year's resolutions, mostly our diets in January, fail. The major component of that is when it's winter and it's cold outside, our bodies are trying to hold on to stuff. They don't want to let go. They want extra insulation, right? And we're craving all those comfort foods and they're really thick and heavy. And so January is not a good time to start a diet. So that's not a good New Year's resolution. And there are other New Year's resolutions that we make that we don't stick with. And I'm thinking, okay, why not? So here are some things that I have come up with as to why we fail when we set New Year's resolutions. First thing is the diet. Not a good time to start a diet. Second thing, I believe, is we try to do a 180. We try to change too many things at one time. And you just can't up and do an about face and expect to be able to succeed. There are some people who can do that. I am not one of those people. I got to take one thing at a time. I think a third reason why our New Year's resolutions fail is because we don't have a support system. You don't have somebody to say, okay, this is my goal. This is how I'm going to do it. I need you to keep me accountable. Check in with me every once in a while. And somebody that you can call up, talk to face to face, or at least voice to voice and say, I am blowing it, Let them have a pity party with you for 5 minutes and then shake it off and move on. You've got to have that other person there because you can't do everything from inside of you. We are not, we're not complete. We need people. We need community. And so that's something that most of us don't start out with. We don't start out with a buddy system. A fourth reason, and I've heard this in sales training for a very long time, if we don't write our goals down and physically put them on paper, they're just pipe dreams. And we can't measure how we're doing and how we're, are we getting close to that? And it's okay to reset a goal, right? If I say that I want to lose 20 pounds by Christmas and we figure out, okay, I'm going to do some math here. So we got about 2 weeks in August, September, October, November, December, 16 to 18. Okay, I just gave myself a heart attack. 18 weeks until Christmas. Whew. That's a whole other story. All right, 20 pounds by Christmas, 18 weeks, so you've got about a little more than a pound a week, all right? Well, we can't do nothing for the next 6 weeks and then say, okay, now I got to lose 3 pounds every week until Christmas, or wait until December 1st and say, all right, I got to drop 20 pounds in 3 weeks, because that doesn't work, right? We set ourselves up for failure. It's okay to readjust the goal, though, to say, okay, maybe I haven't gotten started like I thought I would, so if this date's pushed back, then maybe this end date needs to be pushed back. We tend to say, the start date may have moved, but the end date's got to stay the same. No, you need to shift the whole thing around. And so writing that stuff down and resetting and tracking how we are doing in accomplishing our goals, those are all very important to actually attaining our goals. So my challenge to you, choose one thing. It may not be New Year's, but we've already discovered that that's probably not a good time to start any kind of change anyway. And so it is a new school year, so it's going to count, right? Choose one thing and make a goal and say, okay, this is what I want to do. And maybe you just want to be more social, we get out into the stores. Maybe you talk to people all the time, but you do have a tendency, like myself, to just kind of be in the zone. I am focused on what I got to do, and I should smile more. I should interact more with people. Set a goal. All right, when I go out and about in town, I am going to make a conscious decision to meet or talk to 3 complete strangers. And it could be about absolutely anything, And we run into people all the time. We just don't actually interact with them. We go through the self-checkout in the grocery store. I am guilty of that. We use pay at the pump at the gas station. Guilty of that. So just find ways and find a partner, find a buddy. Do life with somebody. 1 person, 2 people. 2 people are better, really. 3, very strong. And just write some stuff down. 1 thing. And work on it. And then maybe when it's time to adjust something else about yourself that you really want to change, then you'll be in the habit, and January won't be a bad time to start because you'll already be in the habit of setting a goal and making some changes, and you've got a buddy system in place and somebody to hold you accountable. So I thought that was a great idea. I'm definitely going to be starting that. I've got a buddy in mind already. Actually, I have a power partner, and so that's something that I will throw on her plate. So I am so glad that you joined me today, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Have a great day.